On the busy, bustling streets of Sin City, a dark tale unfolded. One unsuspecting man, Bryan Altamirano-Solano, would meet a tragic fate at the hands of two women. What led to this fatal encounter? Was it greed, jealousy, or something more sinister? Join us as we unravel the chilling story of betrayal, manipulation, and cold-blood murder. This is the shocking and daunting case of a life cut short and the dark secrets or speculation of what caused these events. What really was the motive for this random murder in Sin City? Hey y'all, hey! It's your girl Judy. I'm Judy and we are back with another SW in True Crime. I decided to cover the cases in the queer, POC, and S-word community because a lot of times, a lot of people that do cover these cases don't really give the details of the lifestyles because of maybe they're like ashamed or maybe they just don't think it's right to say it, but it's a part of their lifestyle, it's a part of who they are. So that's why I'm here to shine light on all the loves in our community. And honestly, y'all, a lot of these cases barely have any coverage, so one more video would not hurt anything. There's not a lot of coverage or information about this case, so I tried my best to compile what I found and put it all together for you guys. This case is kind of open, being that I haven't found that the trial concluded. And again, there is barely any information on the case. The victim was also very, very new to America, and you know how the news is with that, so they're barely gonna cover anything. So I tried my best to basically give as much as information about the beautiful human that was taken from this earth. Please bear with me, and I just want to give my condolences to their family, and I mean absolute no disrespect in the things that I'm saying in this video. I've researched this information, which is public, and I've also put some resources down below if you want to join the conversation. It is public again, and again, this is my public opinion, my speculation, my truth for y'all to hear. And I just want to add, there should be no action taken from this video. Ultimately, it's extremely dangerous for everyone, not just S workers, not for POC, not for queer individuals. Let's get into our next case. Okay, y'all, so this case is opinion heavy, being that, like I said, there was barely any information, but I tried my best to compile what I could find for you guys. Again, grab a snack, grab a drink, whatever you prefer, because this is about to get crazy. Okay, y'all, so we are in Sin City, or Las Vegas, Nevada. Fun fact, I've never been to Las Vegas, even though I want to. I'm planning to go on real soon. It looks fun. I want to experience that. I want to gamble. But anyway, let's get into it. And y'all, I just want to reiterate. I know I keep saying that. It's so sad how there was barely any information about the victim. Like, this is probably one of the few times, also with the other case I just did last time, a few months ago, because sorry, my upload's been sporadic, life's been crazy, but it's barely any information. I don't know, is it because of a language barrier or what? But yeah, I barely found any information. I actually had to go to his public Facebook and see what I could find about him, which was like probably my first time ever actually finding somebody's Facebook and acquiring their personality from their profile, which was, you know. And truly, it's so sad that I had to do that because the media basically didn't compile or do a great job of displaying who the victim was. I really don't believe, I find it very hard to believe that it was because he was a Spanish speaking citizen or person living in the States. I feel like the reason why, and this is my personal opinion, why there was barely any coverage is because he was seeking refuge in America, and you know how a lot of Americans feel about immigration. It doesn't matter. People are people. This land is not ours to claim. So That's just my thoughts on that. And it sucks that there was barely any information about this person that was lost. Like, this was a human that was lost on American soil. So with all that being said, the information I'm stating is from his social media accounts. I really get into it, the nitty gritty, not too much on me, about some of these Spanish cities, okay? Blame my collegiate Spanish teacher. I'm looking at you, professora. Yeah, but you're not too much on me. Okay, let's go. Bryan Angel Altamirano-Solano was born August 25th, 1997 in Sandino City in Managua, Nicaragua. So here's like some little fun facts about Sandino. Sandino City has quite a large population of almost 75,000 in just a relatively small area. And it is one of Nicaragua's biggest urban areas. Looking through Bryan's profile, I could just feel the love and the admiration from his friends and family. Bryan loved dogs, funny memes, and hanging out with his brothers and family members. An overall family man. He also advocated against police brutality in Nicaragua and felt very strongly about the political climate there. Like many young adults, we want to get out of where we're from, go explore, and just learn new culture, see new things. So Bryan did just that, and at the age of 25, he decided to take a trip to America. In 2022, he visited Arizona and Las Vegas. Ultimately, he fell in love with Vegas, the lifestyle, the air, just what everything Vegas has to offer, and he wanted to stay there and seek refuge in the city. Even though there was a clear language barrier, being that Bryan only spoke Spanish, he decided to call Sin City home. On Sunday, May 14th, Bryan decided to finally meet an unnamed lady that he met on a dating app. There isn't any facts of when the two begin to actually talk or communicate, or once they swiped right or actually matched. Nobody really knows. I haven't found any of that information out. But they did decide to have their first date or first meeting on that Sunday, May 14th. I'm guessing this date ended fairly well because she decided to get a room at the Caesar's Palace once, you know, the night concluded. Things took place. So I'm guessing it was an amazing date. Or not, who knows. And Bryan proceeded to walk his date back to her car at approximately 1:30 a.m. Honestly, it has me thinking, you know, those dates that sometimes get so drunk that you cannot wait for the date to be over, or you can't wait to get home, or they're just, you know, it's just something up with them that you're just like, yeah, I can't wait till this date is over, because the date ended at 1:30, or maybe she just wanted to go home and not spend the night there. I don't know, it just has me thinking, because she bought the room. If I bought the room, I'm not trying to be funny, I'm staying in that room if I bought it. So it had me thinking that maybe she just wanted to leave because maybe he was just too drunk or something. I don't know, because I'm like, why did she leave him? Let's get into the story. But yeah, my girlies, or some men that have been on crazy dates, can relate. Anyway, I'm honestly really unsure if Bryan knew how drunk he actually was. But we truly have no idea of what his plans was for the rest of the night. We don't know if he was going to go to the strip, to the casino, back to the room. We don't know, because unbeknownst to Bryan, he would unfortunately meet his demise. At 2:14 a.m., Bryan meets 20-year-old Erica Covington and 21-year-old Ariana Taylor at the Caesar's Palace Valley area. I'm guessing they exchanged words, or at least tried to, because of the language barrier. From video surveillance, we see Bryan holding hands with the two who ultimately would choose to end his life. That's just so chilling. So from court documents, prosecutors say that Bryan looked clearly inebriated and he clearly was unsteady on his feet. So they go up to his 5th floor hotel room, which is 535, at about 2:35 a.m., which is honestly an hour after he dropped his date off. It's noted that Bryan was carrying a brown bag with him as he was walking back to his room. At about 2:50 or 3 a.m. on May 15th, Erica Covington and Ariana Taylor are seen running in the hotel hallway. One of them was holding Bryan's brown bag. Now, I don't know if they were on drugs or inebriated, or I honestly really don't know. Because how they don't know that cameras are everywhere? Like, cameras are literally everywhere. So how they didn't know that they were being watched, surveillanced, literally on the same tape. It was like 10, 20 minutes later, 30 minutes, not even 30 minutes later. I guess 30 minutes, yeah. This is the same tape. They don't even have to switch tapes. This is the same tape. Like, we are at Caesar's Palace, by the way. Not Chuck E. Cheese. And even Chuck E. Cheese got tapes. But we're at Caesar's Palace, one of the top gambling hotels. It's an open facility, so anybody can come in and out. So you know for a fact, there's high definition cameras everywhere. And you want to play with them like that?
Video the 8 News Now investigators obtained shows 25-year-old Bryan Altamirano-Solano walking hand in hand with Erica Covington and Ariana Taylor, both 20, minutes before the women are accused of killing him. It's 2:35 a.m. on Monday, May 15th. Police say a camera inside a Caesar's Palace hallway captures the trio walking to Altamirano-Solano's room, prosecutors noting the bag slung over his chest. 14 minutes later, that same camera catches Covington and Taylor running away. Police say one of them has their victim's bag on her as she drops her phone. Detectives getting more surveillance video, this one from a different strip property. They say one of the women is wearing the bag as she charges her phone.
Anywho, Dumb and Dumber then go to Link Hotel, where they proceeded to enter a white sedan that was noted to have been stolen on April 11th. The next morning during checkout hours, so about 11:30, a housekeeper enters room 535. She then discovers Bryan Angel Altamirano-Solano's lifeless body and immediately notified hotel staff. I can only imagine how she felt. I hope the hotel like paid for her suffering and paid for her to get counseling, because that is just insane to see, you know, at a job. I'm sure she's seen crazy stuff because it's Vegas, but not this. When police searched the room, they found a cartridge casing with the head stamp Hornady on it. I don't know what that means. Police linked the casing to a domestic violence case that happened on May 10th, which was literally 5 days previously. And you want to guess who was the victim? Yes, Miss Ariana Taylor was the victim of the said crime. The suspects eventually were identified through photos on Ariana's Instagram, as well as the hotel surveillance footage and the casing they found. And just like that, they easily linked them. To add, they also took a look at Ariana's story, or maybe she posted. I'm not sure which one it was, but they took a look and she was wearing the exact same clothes May 14th as she was on the surveillance footage. Now, why would you post it? You know you did the crime. And this is why they say teenagers, young people, like, tell everything. They tell them themselves, like, you didn't have to post. You could have deleted it, even though they would have found that. But why post it? You know? Did you want to get caught, or? Like I said, dumber. Literally incriminating herself and her friend. But even then, maybe she didn't plan to murder somebody the next day or that night. It's still very, like, who knows what's going through people's heads? Who knows? Because honestly, she could have deleted the photo, or she could just not have killed this innocent man. According to the report, the second woman that was in the Instagram post was Erica Covington.
I'm gonna screenshot these.
Prosecutors say Covington and Taylor are the duo in these Instagram videos shown to a grand jury, where they're wearing the same or similar outfits as the morning of the murder.
On that Wednesday, May 17th, or 2 days later from when the crime happened, Erica Covington and Ariana Taylor were apprehended at Simon Street residence in Las Vegas. During the search of the apartment, detectives found a Glock magazine as well as the clothing that was worn in the surveillance footage. Like, I'm so confused. I'm not confused, I'm just baffled. Did they not think they were going to get caught? Or literally having everything in your house? They couldn't have been the brightest criminals. Anyway. But the day before, so that Tuesday, detectives spoke with Erica Covington first, where she denied any and all involvement. When presented with all the evidence, she states that she and her cousin Ariana Taylor, met the man Bryan at the Caesars Palace Valet, but they had trouble communicating with him, being that he only spoke Spanish. She said Ariana used a translating app and those two began to talk back and forth. She doesn't really know what was said because she could not hear what they were talking about. And honestly, detectives felt like she knew way more than what she was giving them. So then they decided to get to the nitty gritty. They proceeded to ask Erica what happened in the hotel room. Get this, y'all. She immediately requested a lawyer. Pretty suspicious. While all of that is going on, Ariana tells the police that because she was in a bad car accident, she doesn't remember anything that happened that night. And to put it even further, she says she doesn't even remember anything that happened in the hotel room. Detective decided to take another angle, and they came up with the conclusion to go ahead and just ask her about the murder. Ariana stated that she still didn't remember and that the detectives needed to do their jobs. Really, Miss Girl? Like, really, Miss Girl? Okay. That whole time, y'all, detectives retrieved count them, two explicit videos on Bryan's phone, which included Erica and Ariana. No grande. Literally, like I said, the dumbest criminals. Dumb and dumber. And I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, they got you already. They just need y'all to confess. Anywho, I'm unsure also if they were full-time S workers or was this just like a scam and act like they were? I'm honestly unsure. Or if they were just like online S worker girlies or they were strippers. It's not really known, but it's estimated that they were full service girlies. And I mean, it is legal in Nevada, so it's like, but also they could just be very freaky robbers. Like, record a video with the person you're about to rob and then kill them. Freaks. According to court documents, at this point, prosecutors basically concluded and accused the pair of holding or detaining Bryan against his will without his consent for the purpose of committing robbery, resulting in substantial bodily harm to Bryan. According to the autopsy report, Bryan's cause of death was a gunshot wound to the left chest. The death was ultimately ruled a homicide. Erica Covington and Ariana Taylor were booked on May 17th, literally 2 days after they committed the crime, on murder, robbery, conspiracy to commit murder, and conspiracy to commit robbery charges. During their local court hearing on June 22nd, 2023, Erica and Ariana pled not guilty to the charges and were placed in Clark County Detention Center. During the trial, they also opted for a jury trial. So, get this, y'all. Nevada state law allows prosecutors to charge more than one person with murder if a pair or group is accused of committing a crime together. It states, where two or more persons are accused of committing a crime together, their guilt may be established without proof that each personally did each, constituting the offense charged. And this is what's been said in the court documents. From what I could find, legal proceedings in Clark County often experience delays, leading to trials to take place months or even years after their initial scheduled date. In a notable turn, Erica Covington sought release from house arrest, while awaiting trial, a request that Judge Jones ultimately denied. Because, girl, why are you trying to get house arrest and you killed someone? Judge Jones ultimately says that the decision underscores the seriousness of the charges and the potential flight risk associated with the defendants, which I agree. Like, that's a flight risk. Y'all, huh? Like, from what I could find, there was ultimately no update. I'm guessing because of how Clark County delays trials. So I couldn't find any update from now, but they are, I believe, still in the detention center. Apparently in June of this year, so of 2024, their joint trial was scheduled. I, however, have found absolute no updates on that said trial, so I will keep y'all posted if I do find some updates. I did find somewhere that the grand jury did find them guilty of the charges in 2023, but I could not confirm that. I always need more than one source to confirm, and I could not confirm that for sure. With all the evidence piled against them, it'll be very interesting to see what the defense argues. I'm guessing maybe they could argue self-defense or something in that case, which is very interesting. I don't know, that would be very interesting to argue. They just have so much incriminating evidence against them. It's just so astonishing that, yeah.
There's still so many questions tonight as to what led up to the shooting, but what we do know is that the man who was killed had invited the two women up to his room right before being shot. 20-year-old Erica Covington and Ariana Taylor both making their first appearance in court Wednesday, both with a somber look, much different from the mug shots that were taken of them just hours after their arrest. Police say 25-year-old Bryan Altamirano-Solano was found shot in a hotel room by housekeeping about 11:30 Monday morning. Police tell us so far their investigation is leading them to believe Altamirano-Solano went to his hotel room with Covington and Taylor. The two women later left his room with some of his personal belongings. They were arrested by the criminal apprehension team and booked into the Clark County Detention Center early Wednesday.
In the aftermath of this tragic incident, Caesar's Palace and other hotels and casinos will eventually and ultimately have to reevaluate their security measures, especially to ensure, the safety of the people there. Because this was just like a walk-in and happened and they ran back out. This tragic event serves as a reminder of how important security measures are for guests in hotels and casinos in different areas like that. Caesar's Palace has not released an official statement, but they do ensure to provide safety for all their hotel guests and the individuals that use their casinos. As of today, I believe Erica and Ariana are still behind bars. Bryan was put to rest, and I actually found this excerpt from his burial site. They have it online. I actually found this excerpt. I'll put it here for you guys to read as well. And again, from there, you could just feel the love and that they lost a beautiful member of their family, and it's just so tragic. As usual, I will be offering my tips as someone who's been in the industry for a couple of years now. For starters, never ever let your guard down, and always trust your instincts. You know yourself better than anyone. I always say this every video. Just don't ignore it. If you feel uneasy, let someone know so there's documentation of how you felt, so you can always go back to it. Like, this will all come together. Like, you're not crazy. You're not in your head saying like, maybe I'm overthinking it. You're not. Act accordingly. Act on your instinct. Also, be very attentive. I know it's hard to be attentive when you're under the influence of, drugs or alcohol, but try not to get to the point where you can't pay attention, like you're so gone that you can't pay attention, because some people are looking for people like that, and they want to take advantage of people that are, too drunk or, too wasted or, what have you. You have to use your intuition and trust that you're making a good decision, because everybody doesn't mean you well. And it's just so sick to know, like, people are really preying on your downfall sometimes. As I said previously, S work is completely legal in Vegas, but it's still best to keep your head on a swivel. There's different websites for you to check, you know, providers for bad providers, bad clients, credible models. Everybody has to do their research, because not only are models being killed, but also clients are being killed. So we have to do the work for each other so we can provide a safe, you know, atmosphere and space. Like I said, there's various websites. You have Reddit forums, you have X or Twitter forums. There's so much, or so many ways you can, you know, try to see. There's so many ways you can try to verify who you're seeing. Until the court case officially comes out and that it's officially ruled, it is all truly speculation, but you can make your own inference. As the bright lights of Vegas faded, the brutal murder of Bryan Angel Altamirano-Solano serves as a chilling reminder of the dangers lurking beneath the city's glittering surface. Two women, driven by greed, took not just his possessions, but took his life in a senseless act of violence. While justice may catch up to those responsible, nothing can undo the pain and the loss that was left behind. This tragic case leaves us questioning just as to how far some will go when crossed with desperation and opportunity. All right, thank y'all so much. What kind of clap was that? Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me on another episode of SW in True Crime. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when I post the next. Comment what cases you want to see me do. I love seeing your comments. I appreciate your comments. Again, thank y'all so much. Stay safe, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye, y'all.